Welcome everyone to this week's Tarot Tuesday readings. I've chosen 3 cards for you today, and actually I intentionally chosen them. I felt drawn to eagle energy today, so I've chosen eagles from 3 different oracle decks, as well as a rune for each card. For reading number 1, we have Eagle, which has see from a higher perspective, and the rune that we have here with this is the rune of Perth. And then for reading number 2, we have another eagle, and the rune we have is Ewaz. And then for reading number 3, we have another eagle with love, and the rune that goes with this reading is Manaz. So just take a moment now to come back to yourself, call in all your energy, feel yourself here, rooted, grounded in this moment, taking a nice deep breath. And just feel yourself softly landing in this space right now, and see which eagle draws you in, eagle or eagles, and I will see you in the readings. Welcome, reading number 1. You chose the card Eagle, or this eagle card. See from a higher perspective, and the rune that goes with this is Perth. And Perth is about initiation, and also about, something hidden, something that's not quite, you're not quite seeing. And this links in really nicely from see from a higher perspective. And I get the sense that whatever situation you're in right now, or however you're feeling right now, that you need to zoom out and see from that higher perspective, fly a little higher. It also feels a lot like you are running on your emotions and not really leaning deeply into your own intuition and your own feelings about it. You're just within it, getting all caught up in it and feeling a little over emotional and overwhelmed and sort of lashing out in a way that isn't helping, because this reading feels to me like there's change on the horizon. Things are changing. This sense of with this rune as well, this can give you the sense of the phoenix, another bird, but this bird is fire and coming from the ashes, that sort of changing things from how they were to a new way. And I think that's the only way you can do that, is by actually stepping back from what you're in and what you're looking at, and really feel into your own heart. Eagle is as well a lot about your heart energy, tuning into what you love and how you feel about things from a deeper level than just like the emotions and what your mind's telling you. Don't let yourself be limited in this situation or in your life right now. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. Oh, I can't decide which deck. Let's have a look at these guys. Bring in some more animals for guidance for you. That's one. Oh, there we are, 2. Okay, we have the Scarab Beetle Spirit, Magic Works Through You. And we also have Skunk Spirit, Know Your Worth. I really get a sense of knowing that this can change in your favor, knowing that things can come together for you. Perhaps some of your limitations that you're feeling within your life or this situation right now is not understanding your own worth and who you are, not understanding your own magical being that you are, understanding that great miracles can happen, that things can change, that things can come together for you so beautifully when you're more deeply connected with yourself and who you are. Let's see what we've got here with the other oracle deck. You have Taming the Wind. Let's see if there's another card from here for you. Yeah, it's here. And the Sorcerer. What an interesting combination we have here with these 2 cards. Let me just have a little peruse of the book. I want to make sure, I know these 2 cards have very specific meanings. I want to make sure that I'm bringing them across to you right now. That's the sense I get. So let's just pause. Wonderful. So with Taming the Wind, we're actually in the energy of feather, And it's great because here's this large eagle feather here in our reading. When I chose the eagle, it is in sync. This is a lot about clearing your energy, be present, be conscious of how you're communicating. So remember I said about like kind of lashing out or like getting caught up in the emotions, and I feel like perhaps you're not communicating yourself clearly in this situation either. And to sort of clear your energy, like I said, this zooming out, this sort of seeing from the different perspective, it's just like actually taking a step back, clearing your energy, and then figuring out how you want to communicate. So this can also be a sense of, you could be writing in a journal to clear out all the energies of the emotions that are coming through and all the words that kind of are lingering on your tongue, but you don't want to say them because they're not in the way you want to say it. So then you can become clear in what you want to say. The sorcerer is very much about your mindset. It's the destructive power of your own psyche, of your own words, your own beliefs, and all that you feel about yourself. This know your worth really links into this. If you've, because of your mindset and the way you've been, you feel like you've hurt other people or done some harm in some way, just know that it's not lost. You've forgotten that everything's interconnected, that the universe is abundant, that magic can work through you, that things can change, and you're given a second chance to sort of correct your course. So instead of just going, well, all I've lost, I've just been awful and I'm just going to stick down here in the dark and just be like, well, that's the end of it. No, this is your chance to correct that course, to not blame others, practice that feeling of not blaming others for what's happened for you. And understanding that you can make peace with it and then choose another way of being. So this is very much about stepping more into your own peaceful sense of who you are instead of getting caught up in the emotions of everything that's gone on. I'm going to see what the tarot cards have to say for you for this reading. Let's get some more clarification on things. How can we move forwards now with this energy? With those and see what we've got here. Okay, we have Page of Cups, with the World, with Strength. See that all right? Yeah. Don't know how I'm going to fit these on. Let's see. We have Two of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. Is that all? Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Excuse me, candle. Can you just... There we are. And just see the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. It's really interesting. It really feels like you really are on the cusp of this shift, and the changing perspective is going to come really fast when you just let go of what you've been holding on to and believe in something greater, believe in yourself more. Your dreams can come true and they can be whatever you want instead of the limited feeling that you've got in your heart right now. This is the sign of the completion of that cycle of being in the dark, of feeling like you didn't know where to go, of lashing out because you just didn't know how to deal with the situation. That cycle is completing and the world is your oyster. There's new possibilities, new ways of believing. You need to decide which wand you're taking. Are you just going to keep looking out from inside and wishing that things were different? Or are you going to take that journey? You're going to take that adventure of stepping into something new. The Knight of Pentacles, this is like you stepping into who you are and everything's coming in alignment behind you. That abundance that's been talked about here, that sense of everything's going to come into alignment with you and you're going to walk with that courage and confidence when you make that decision to stop looking out from the inside. Because there's great strength with you. You are a strong person, and you've been using that in anguish and anger and upset. And really, you need to embrace that lamb who has strength even in the challenging births and times of being a small lamb. You have that strength. Deeply grounded person, deeply connected. And this is where you're heading to, this is from that sort of anguish and lashing out and just not really sure what to do. This is you and that deeply grounded, and like everything's coming together, all this new growth, new abundance. It's all within you already. It's just about letting yourself free from what you have believed about what's going on, and I feel really drawn to say to you, you keep telling yourself you're a bad person. You're not a bad person for whatever's happened. Like, we make mistakes, or sometimes we get the wrong end of the stick, or we get caught up in beliefs and ideas that aren't really that true, or we feel like we just can't ever course correct. And I just feel like the cards are really telling you we can course correct. You can really easily shift into something new, into new energies and new possibilities, new ideas, new love, new life. When you believe in yourself and the strength in your own heart. Reading number 1. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome, reading number 2. You chose the card Eagle, and the rune that goes with this reading is rune Awaz, which is the rune of defense, as well as assertive powers. Is sometimes it's feeling, and I really get a sense with this reading, with the eagle here, this specific eagle in this deck is a lot about soaring higher. So if you get trapped in your own daily routine and feeling you don't know where to go or what to do next, if you lost your sense of purpose, this is about taking a deep breath and spreading your wings and flying. And it's like, I get that sense, even if you don't know where you're flying to, like, you still can soar and glide above and really fly to anywhere. Anywhere is a possibility. It's like almost like you've got caught up in that mundane day to day and you don't know how to break free, and really breaking free is just opening yourself up and flying free. With the rune here with Awaz, if you felt like there's an obstacle in your way or a delay, these have been beneficial for you. And this is definitely not about rushing forward. So like I said, if you don't know where you're flying, like, don't rush into anything thinking that's your answer. I feel like this is about flying above. Be patient, use the perseverance to keep your wings open, even if you're not completely seeing the way that you're needing or wanting to go. I feel like you need to be above the mountains right now and seeing everything from above and just seeing all the possibilities laid out in front of you. Almost seeing all the obstacles laid out in front of you too, to see where things have become stagnant, to see where things have become blocked, to see where your energy has not been coming back to you, to see where you've been draining yourself and getting nothing back in return, or not allowing things back in return. I definitely get that sense of sort of balance here. There's this balance you need to find. It's more about soaring and allowing you to decide more, with more knowledge and more information about where you're going to go, rather than doing. I feel like, perhaps you've been swimming upstream, like that sort of, I'm doing for doing's sake, but it's not actually getting me anywhere because of the energy you're in and because of the obstacles that are there. You're just kind of swimming up against them and, you're not really getting through them. And that's because of where you are and how you're feeling. Let's see if we can get some more clarity with some of the other cards. I'm going to pull from the same deck that this card came from first. The lower world. Okay, I'm going to move you over a little bit, lower world. Let's see if there's another one. And thunder. A bit like the first reading, you have to excuse me. My mind's a little bit slow today and I am getting a lot of messages all at once. So I'm just going to pause here and feel into the energy of these two cards, and we'll see what I come with for you. Interesting. So I've had a real feel, because I know that thunder is about a dramatic change. And I'm wondering if for some of you, this dramatic change has already hit, and you're kind of in that energy right now, and it's kind of make you close up instead of soaring. And for others, it's about to hit, and it's reminding you to not close up with, know that you're not powerless to influence whatever is going on. I feel like perhaps you felt like you're powerless to change anything in your world. And yeah, I feel like you need to remind yourself who you are. Open those wings and soar. Find your own inner strength, because you are powerful. You're going to need that flexibility, that dexterity, and that willingness to experience what's going on without truly dictating every little bit. It's like, have you been trying to control everything too much? And that's what's not helping you with the flow and feeling in flow with life at the moment. Is the lower world, finding your own inner treasures, your gifts, your desires. It's a place where we learn from our past, the lower world, and bring the gifts into the future so that we can learn. So if this thunder, this big change, sudden change has come upon you recently, or even like a little while ago, I feel like it could have happened a little while ago and you're still kind of reeling from it. You've not really picked yourself up and began to soar again. It's still kind of knocked you for six. Then this is about honoring the past, and then recasting your life. Just letting go of past struggles and hurts and the way that you've lived before, and let them turn into the blessings that you are, and soaring high. It's a lot about just kind of transforming yourself within the energies of now, within what's going on, and letting go of what's gone before you. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. Interestingly, this came out in reading number 1, so if you felt drawn to reading number 1, there may be a message there for you. This is Skunk Spirit, Know Your Worth. This feels like a very, as eagles quite often bring in readings, empowering readings. It's time to empower yourself. I feel like you've spent a lot of time looking at past events, looking at past behaviors, looking at past things, and disempowering yourself within that energy, not allowing yourself to soar. You've closed yourself in to protect yourself, but actually it's not helping you. It is time for you to retreat and recharge and get back on track. It feels like it's time for you to really come to the essence of who you are, clear out things that are getting in your way, understanding that the big changes that feel so violent and like a herd of buffalo in your life are what's going to allow you to grow and soar and really achieve and be who you want to be, See what the tarot cards have to say for you. Let's see if there's a bit more clarity in what we can do with this energy, how we can help ourselves to move forwards with this energy. Whoa, oh yeah, we have movement. 8 of Wands, flipping out the right way, is movement. It's action. This is taking action. So I feel like perhaps you haven't been taking action, and it is time to take action, to pull all your resources, bringing all your energy together, all your gifts, all of your own essence of who you are, releasing the past, letting go of the hurt and the struggle and everything that's getting in your way, everything that you're judging. This also came out in reading number 1, so another sign that might be a message in there for you. We have 2 of Wands. Stop looking out on the horizon and start getting hold of the one that's going to take you forwards in a way that is in alignment with you, that's going to help you to move forwards. You know, I feel like you're doing all this planning for something, but you're just not doing it. You know, you would love to do things, but you feel like you can't. You know, this is tapping into the knowing your worth. You feel like you can't do them. You can. You also feel like you might be judged. With the judgment is here. I also feel like these 7 of Wands, like perhaps you feel like they're judging you, you're being attacked, or you may be attacked for going for what you want. But know that with your inner strength and your own inner gift that you're going to bring back from the lower world, with your ancestors supporting you, that you can soar, and with that, you are protected. We have, oopsies. Stay where you are. 9 of Pentacles. And the Hierophant. Okay, so divinely guided, divinely connected. The light is very close by. You're really nearly through this. Just remember who you are. Remember that connectedness to everything around you. I see this as this abundant harvest. You're like so happy that everything's coming together for you, that you have all the ingredients you need to create the future that you want. And all you need to do is take that little step, one step at a time, up into the light. Don't feel overwhelmed and feeling like it needs to be these massive, massive gestures. This is about just taking those little steps, that letting go of the past, you know, pulling all your energy back to yourself, retreating and recharging yourself so you're really ready to take this action with all your parts, all your gifts, all your knowledge, all your wisdom, everything you've learned, everything you've grown through, bringing that forwards with you. Reading number 2, this is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome, reading number 3. You chose the card Love and Eagle. And this card in particular is very much about a deeper understanding of unconditional love. And with the rune here, which is Manas, which is the rune of the self, I believe that this reading is leaning towards an unconditional love for yourself. You know, the correct relationship with yourself. Only having that clarity and willing to change is going to give you that deeper connection with yourself. Don't be judging of yourself. You know, it's really about becoming clear about who you are and connecting deeply with your heart. This energy here is very much of love is the answer to everything. And if you've not been loving yourself or appreciating yourself or connecting in with yourself, and regardless of what's gone before, the actions you've taken, regardless of how you feel you look, you know, all of these perspectives, that deep down you've got to love yourself. You've got to love who you are in this moment right now, regardless of what's happened. And that is the challenge. You know, the challenge with the self is to you know, really connect in and be in right relationship with yourself, and that makes it easier to be in right relationship with others. You know, when you are constantly berating yourself, it's almost like you start to hate anyone who sees anything different from what you see about yourself. You know, it is not the nice way to live. It's not the nice way to be. And with the eagle, you know, the eagle can soar so high. So let's stop Mona Lisaing ourselves and looking really close and looking at all the faults. Let's fly backwards and let's fly out and have a good look at who you truly are, your own essence of being, rather than zooming in and looking at all the pimples and the things that you don't like. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. The heart. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Got the heart of the sky and the hummingbird. It's funny how I said fly backwards, and I instantly thought of the hummingbirds because the hummingbirds fly backwards. They can fly backwards. They're one of the only birds that can fly backwards. It almost feels like you need to, like, it's funny I said fly backwards, and I'm now trying to lean into the energy of where that came from. It's like flying through your timeline and actually seeing all the good things you've done. I feel like at the moment when you look back at yourself and what's gone on in your life, you're not looking at the good things you've done. You're looking at all the things where you've made a mistake, and we're humans, we make mistakes. We get caught up in our own emotions, perspectives, ideas, beliefs, and it makes us lash out or behave in a way that we're not happy about or make choices that we're not happy about. And the only way you can change that is by actually loving yourself, connecting with your heart. That's going to help you to make choices that feel right for you. The hummingbird also is a lot about not lingering on what's gone wrong, like I said, and then, buzzing into your future. Making that decision to make a move in a new way. The heart of the sky is that you are deeply connected to the creator, to creating your own life from your heart. And this is what's so important is I feel like you've created a lot of what's gone on around you, and it's not like intentionally created, it's just the way things have been from energies and emotions that aren't really in alignment with who you are, because you are constantly berating yourself and so cruel to yourself. So tune in with your heart. Breathe into that heart space. Open up your heart energy. And that's going to help you guide you into your new future now. The hummingbird is telling you, like, things are going to move. So you need to move with your heart space. And that's going to help it move in balance for you. Let's see what the other cards have to say. Lovely. White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. I love that. So the Beaver Spirit is really leaning into this idea. Your solid foundation comes from your heart space. And it's really, like, I feel like I'm almost shouting this at you because it's so important for you to understand that your foundation comes from your heart space. And that's how you're going to move into the life you want. Trust in your own magic. Trust in the magic of the world and trust your own magic. Trust that when you're in your heart space, things can come into flow, that things will click into place in a way that it's never done before, that you yourself are going to feel so much better, so much more balance and harmony and alignment with who you are. And then everything else will unfold in a way that is completely in alignment with you. Let's see, what the tarot cards have to say. Oh my goodness, these guys are wanting to come out. Let's see what we've got here for you so far. Oh, High Priestess. Divinely connected. This is heart of the sky, divinely connected. And see the light and the dark, the balancing of energies. This is you, deeply balanced. When you let go of the burdens you're carrying, all the things you're carrying that are, I feel like it's all the bad things you've gathered about yourself that you hold close to you so you can keep looking at and berate yourself with. Looking on to new horizons with the Three of Wands. Oh, Ace of Cups. Oh, yeah. We've got a bit of heart healing to do here. We have a bit of heart healing to do. Let's put you up here. I'm going to put actually the High Priestess here because it's a good representation of who you are. Okay, we have a lot of heart healing to do. I feel like you have had a challenging time and you are going through a healing process right now. And a lot of that is healing your heart. So from past hurts, from past heartbreaks, from past pain and struggles. You're gathering all your energy back together. you are healing your heart. You're nurturing yourself. And if you aren't, you really could do with doing that. These cards are really telling you, when you heal your heart, really nurture yourself and love yourself for who you are, pulling all your energy back together so it shines out from your heart space. And stop. It's like you're looking out on these horizons. The 2 and 3 of Wands, I feel like these horizons. It's like the future is out there, but you don't know how to navigate it. And that's because of where you are with yourself right now. This is with all the stuff you're carrying right now. You can't bring that into the future. And part of your healing is letting go of what's been holding you back, letting go of any sense of self that is negative, that is not helpful for you. This is, you just have this great opportunity right now to really heal past wounds and to let go of what's held you back, and heal everything that has been keeping you stuck in this space and this energy, so you can come back into balance and really feel grounded and a deep sense of self and belief in self. The self is actually joy, the rune joy, put together. So if you split this rune, this is the rune Wunjo, which is the rune of joy. So when you pull yourself together, it's when you're going to feel all that joy. I feel like you're actually like fracturing yourself with all the negative talk that you give yourself, with all the focusing and everything that you've done wrong and that has gone wrong. And it's time for you to start focusing on the magic, the miracles, laying that solid foundation from your heart space, moving into your heart energy. And the healing can feel a little bit painful, but it's gonna be so wonderful when you allow yourself to really move in your life from your heart space. Reading number 3. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me.